We are live. Pop, pop. You thought that I was just playing a review? Can you hear me okay, to bear? Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be smoking today. The Maceta de Oro, or the Pot of Gold by LFD. And we'll see if anybody stops in. Good day to everybody. What is going on? Hope everybody's having a good St. Patty's Day. What up? I really wanted to smoke a cigar because the weather was halfway decent in Vegas for once, and figured I'd just hop on. All right, let's pull up some specs on the Maceta while we let everybody kind of file in. Maceta. I want to call it the Maceta, but pronunciation said Maceta. Maceta de Oro. Maceta. Wanted to call it the Maceta so bad, though. Let's see here. LFD. Specs are Ecuadorian Candela with natural wrapper accents, Dominican binder, Dominican filler, because made in the Dominican Republic by LFD. Oh yeah, Pete, go grab your LFD. Let's do this. I have not. Let's see, I haven't had one of these like gourmet series LFDs in a while. I smoked. Which one did we smoke on the channel and review already? We reviewed. Let's see. Trying to figure out what we got here. We smoked and reviewed the frickin' we did the Stars and Stripes back in December of 2021. I think that's the only other gourmet LFD that I did. Oh man, it's nice. Whoops. Hold on. Try not to lose my camera connection here. There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that, everybody. Should work out a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, and I think that I grabbed this along with the Stars and Stripes from Jack Swartz in 2021 when Cigar Hound Dog kind of like told me a little bit about it. Live review, Enzo. Live review. Yeah, we're smoking the Candela today in our lucky St. Patty's four-leaf clover, or as LFD calls it, the pot of gold, the Maceta de Oro. So we're going to do it live. 7 by 55 ring gauge. Figurado. Got to get eyes on my animals. But yeah, I figured we'd just do a live review. We'd kick back. Anybody decides to show up, they show up. If not, no biggie. I know that Hound Dog's busy. DJ and everybody, it's a family day, but we got the new swag, as you guys saw in the short, courtesy of Hound Dog. You know, along with some Oreos tails. I was just gonna come on and smoke an Oreos tail, but it was like one of those where it's still St. Patrick's Day. Still St. Patrick's Day. Like, should probably smoke a Candela. Yeah, no, it's super clean, man. I like it, and I like the, just I like all LFT cigars for the most part. They're one of my favorite brands of all time. But It's very cool. Yeah. Belgian quad, huh? Nice. Very nice. Enjoy that. I think that I got a delirium inside. I might grab that as we move further down. We'll see. I had an innocent gun, but I think a Belgian beer sounds pretty good right now. Irish car bombs. I'm a little sad that I didn't pick up any Guinness. Probably should have done that before we started today. I was at the store too. Wife needed an onion because we're making some brisket. But yeah, just ended all the errands. Figured get back. Oh yeah, yeah. I thought that was going to come up, man, about the green in the hat. Making sure I had to support the homie though. I had to support the homie. So I had to bring out the cigar hound dog shirt. Probably should have bought a green one, or I probably should have asked for a green one. Going with the Colorado Oscuro. Nice, nice. Yeah, my wife and I we were walking the dogs yesterday, and we're talking about starts off really mild. We were talking about when I went to school, and she's about the same age as me. When she went to school and we went to school, you know how if you didn't wear green, everybody wanted to pinch you, and then if you were wearing green and somebody pinched you, you could hit them. Yeah, that kind of got outlawed with like our generation. I think that was it. And I used to always mess with people because although green was my favorite color, I didn't like wearing it. I felt as though it made me stick out a bit more. I liked wearing black and darker colors or dark green. For whatever reason, though, I wouldn't wear it. And then I would always mess with people and I'd be like, yeah, my eyes are green, and just try to try to work the system that way when I was a kid. What's up, Phil? Local beer, Irish Stout, 10.6, Filthy Hooligan, Black Market. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Let me go check on this cat real quick. One sec. Be right back. Oh, right next to me the whole time. Look at this guy. What you doing, buddy? You guys can still hear me, yeah? What you doing? He's got green eyes too. Should probably grab him. Do you want to go on camera, bro? Come on, dude. Come on. Come on, man. All right. Yeah, so this is Toonces. He's our little gray 4-year-old, and yeah, he likes to hang out outside whenever I smoke. He also has green eyes, but say hi and bye, buddy. Yeah, he's taking off. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Used to rush to get ready in the morning. I remember that. All right, so starting off with this, super mild, but still flavorful. Like we got through the little Habano tip, no problem. And yeah, it's not overly grassy. It's definitely more Habano on that wrapper. It's not just for like looks. It's not like just a piece that they kind of put over it, which kind of, let's see, keep on saying kind of. This right here looks like more of a stuck on accent piece that you can kind of pull off a little bit. But the actual tip end seems to be like all Habano. At least it tasted like that. What up, Fred? My man. Yeah, Fred and Tim were just out here. Cigar Show Tim and Cigar Head Fred. We got to meet up and catch a smoke together. Fred, man, I got to show the people. I'm gonna go inside. As a Lakers fan, I never wear green. That's understandable. I'm as an Orlando Magic fan, I never wear purple and gold or green. So, you know, go figure. But that's another story. Fred, I got to go grab the sticks that you gave me. Got to show them off to the people. Some stuff that maybe they haven't seen or maybe they have seen. Yeah, I feel like as I'm inching closer towards like the main part of the candela, maybe it's just like an effect of like the blend opening up and we're getting past the tip. But as we get closer and closer to starting up on this candela side of it, it tastes a little bit more grassy now. Yeah, so on the bottom, Jack, on the bottom, it's a Habano bottom. I'll show the little sizzle reel for a sec. So on the bottom, you can see that Habano foot and the Habano cap, that little piggy tail. So that actually tasted just purely Habano, not Candela. And not like it was stuck on, but that it was, 100% part of that wrapper. There you go. You can see it there. It's kind of a short sizzle reel because like my Cigar Medics Pro died on me, and I've been trying to chat with them. So, like, here's the thing with the Cigar Medics. If you guys have noticed in the recent reviews, I've had the regular original Humidi Meter. I haven't had my Pro. My Pro does not give a reading at all whenever I try to use it. It has a full battery. I plug it in. I go to recharge it. For whatever reason, doesn't want to work. So I reached out to them on Instagram and on their email support. We've gotten we've gotten crickets so far. So I'm going to see them at PCA next week during the weekend. And I'm just going to ask them, like, hey, we do this thing where we test the RH and temperature check. But anyway, reason why it's a shorter sizzle reel is because the prongs on the regular humidimeter don't fit. Thanks, man. Thanks. All of it was kind of on the job training. It was one of those where I saw what different people were doing, and then I asked a whole bunch of them why they did certain things, and I just kind of pieced things together the best that I could. But I'm fortunate that like DJ over at Pick Jimmy is an actual professional videographer and like graphic designer because that's helped immensely. Yeah, man. LFD does it right. Fred, man, that was a good time. You drinking the scotch now? Yeah, famous grouse, man. That's always been a solid like call for me. Love the grouse. Y'all are hanging with a guy in North Carolina that grew up in New England. I guess I should probably put these on the screen, yeah? It's just us, so we're just hanging. Let's see. Is anybody else out there smoking anything right now for St. Patrick's Day or anything that you have lined up for like after the brisket, after the potatoes, after the sauerkraut or the cabbage, right? I know that I think that we're doing sauerkraut. Yeah. But green cabbage, red cabbage, what do we have lined up on the docket for post meal? It's probably why I started off with Candela. Oh, Enzo, I just saw that. Yeah. It is the green version. Regarding the unparalleled cigars, how many and how do I find the reviews of them? Well, I mean, I'm wearing the Cigar Hound Dog shirt, but I am not Cigar Hound Dog. So if you're referring to Cigar Hound Dog, he has the grading system that has unparalleled cigars as like his top, you know, mentions. And he actually has playlists where you can find unparalleled. If you're talking about a brand called unparalleled, I have no idea. I have no idea because I have not heard of a brand called unparalleled. But I would imagine that one exists out there. It would make sense, right? Unparalleled cigars. If not, then they should create one. Yeah, it's all right, Pete. It's all right. No, like with my playlist, so here's the thing. At the end of every review, I like to mention, and it's not something that I've done continuously since the beginning of the channel, but I always like to mention if a cigar is single worthy, 5-pack worthy, or box worthy, so that somebody can make an educated guess if the flavors sound right, if the cigar looked like it burned and was constructed right, if that's something that they want to choose to do with their funds, their discretionary income. I don't have like a specific grading system to rate one over the other in that way. Mine focuses more on the pairing and what I would pair with the cigar. That's something that's been included in every review pretty much since the beginning of the channel. So my playlists are organized by the pairing and what I think would pair best with it. Maybe that's a deterrent. Maybe that's something that, would help the channel grow more if I had like a dedicated list. But Cigar Hound Dog started with his own custom kind of like metric, and I didn't want to take that and, kind of switch it around to make it more of my own, and just seemed like it was kind of his thing. What up, Texas? I am live, live. Not live, but live, live. Fish and chips and a guardian of the farm. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. I could go for some fish and chips. Your real name is Patrick, so give me a. That's awesome. Ooh, what do we got here, Trev? Flores de Rodriguez. Tinger. Mm-hmm. No Candela. We're still just not even, we haven't even hit the grassy notes, which kind of makes me worried, but also could be a good thing. Magnus triple cast. Nice. John Anik? John Anik. No. John Anik. I don't know who that is. Hold on. Let's see. Are we capping? This is an ESPN. I mean, a mixed martial artist. So, Oh, shit. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, no, nobody's ever said that. He's got a little bit. He's got a little bit better and probably bigger shaped head than I do. I don't know. But yeah, I can go with John Anik. I kind of see it. I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. Those of you that are out and about, this is what they. Oh, can't figure it out. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Hold on. Got the sun in my face. Oh, God. John Anik. Let's see here. This dude? This guy right here? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe. We definitely have the mix mash beard of like gray and then like salt, pepper, red, everything. It's weird. Candela Blondie and the Cuba Candela Swamp Thing. Happy St. Patrick's Day, brother. Later. Thanks for stopping in. Anybody want to send you a Assange Stampler? Yeah. The MMA reporter. No, that's cool. That's what the wife and I watched last night. We watched, whoops, Ash just dropped. Wife and I watched that Nicolas Cage movie where he appears in everybody's dreams. He's just like a normal school teacher, but he appears in everybody's dreams. The hell is that called? The retro on the LFD is super nice, Fred. It is super nice. So, but we're just starting off. We're kind of like entering into the blend right now. How was the name of that movie? Dream Scenario. It's on Hulu. Yeah, no, I would say, Fred, the pepper's probably like 6, maybe 7 at the most. There's like a slight sting on the back end of the retro, but it's nice. The cigar, it has some grassy notes, but from the very beginning, the Habano notes on it, like the bready kind of, a little bit of oak spice, nothing too crazy. It's been very like consistent from the initial lighting. I agree, Pete. I agree. Starting to pick up with a little bit more grass, but it's not overwhelming or like chewing on wheatgrass or anything like that. Like it's nice. It's not nasty. But yeah, so we're watching this movie last night, and if you guys look at what Nicolas Cage looks like in the trailer or anything, you don't have to watch the movie. It's okay. But if you look at the way that he looks in the trailer, that's like kind of how I dress for work. I usually have like a, you know, sometimes I wear it on the channel, right? I wear my quarter zip, and then I have like my button up shirts or my polos. And it's like that was Nicolas Cage's look through the whole movie. And he has the beard with the gray, like John Enoch, myself kind of style. And I'm looking at it the whole entire time. I'm looking at my wife. I'm looking at it and I'm like, do you think that I look like that guy? Like when I go to work? And she's like, and I'm like, ah, damn it. Yeah, so we are getting to the foot of our lucky 4-leaf clover. There we go. A little bit better. Hmm. I think I gotta do another cat check. Let me go bring this guy inside and let the dog out. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. I think that Mike Tyson looks like a savage. I think that I think that Mike Tyson walks in the gym, man, and like the first day he looks a little rotund, a little bloated, this, that, or the other thing. By day 3, bro, he's just a total savage. Like it's it might actually be a halfway decent one. I think that Tyson might get a little gas, but he's going to give Jake Paul a really solid like couple of rounds for sure. He's underneath the little chair that we have over here. So I'll let him hang for a minute. I think that Tyson is a beast, and obviously Tyson, he's Tyson, but I think that it's going to be harder for him not to get gassed, like in that last little exhibition that he did, because after 2 3 rounds, those guys look old. They looked really old. Like the first couple of rounds, Tyson came out. He looked like there were like shades of old Tyson in there, here and there. And then by like round 3 or 4, bro, it was gas city. Hmm. Thanks, Sal. Yeah, and I mean, like that's the thing is that it's hard, man. Guy is twice Jake Paul's age. He's like 2 times, almost 3 times his age. Like, how old is Jake Paul? Let's look this up. He's not that old, right? Because he's technically the younger Paul. Like he younger than me. 27. Yeah, so he's 10 years younger than I am. And what's Mike Tyson at? 57. Yeah, that's 30 years, bro. It's tough. Yeah, no, 100%. And Tyson will look, awesome. He'll do whatever it takes. He's got that instinct where he can just, go balls to the wall in training, sparring, stuff like that. Get really cut and shredded, look great. But after a couple of rounds, man, like, and Jake Paul is he's no crazy epic boxer, technical boxer, but he has the very fundamentals and skills to, you know, still box with people. I just hope at the end of it that it ends up being a halfway decent payday for Tyson, and you know, for Jake Paul, I don't know. It's one of those to where like I know that EKB loves boxing. I know that Cigar Hound Dog is kind of a boxing fan too, from what I recall. For me, man, it's like I haven't really been into the sport in a long time, and it's primarily because of the fact that whenever I get interested in a boxer, like Triple G was one that I thought had fundamentals, had talent, could beat anybody, and I don't know. It was like Canola, what's his name? When he fought Canelo, and, like they kind of just had it set up to where Canelo would take that. And Canelo fought a decent fight, but it was obviously scored a certain way with certain judges. And it's just like, it ruins the legitimacy of the sport a little bit. The way that the judging is so kind of like rigged and has been for a number of years. Jake Paul, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, bro, is going to end up in a padded room at the rate that he's going. He's like, that guy's got all the conspiracy theories. He's going to end up in a padded room before he even gets to his next match. Tyson coming out like a ball of fire. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, if he connects, and there's, I mean, one thing's for sure, the very last thing to go with Tyson will be his power. So way too much politics, man. Way too much. It ruins the sport for me. It's like baseball, dude. Baseball's got the same issues. It doesn't know how to evolve to maintain the pace and keep the politics out. It really does. NBA's doing their thing. They're trying. They're trying to make it better. But once again, that's another one where stylistically the game has changed a lot, and it's hard for a lot of people that grew up in my generation to really embrace it. I could see that. I think that I think that West Tampa is one of those brands where, because I mean, like, take for instance my recent experience with the Attic. First Attic that I smoked was miserable. First Attic that Peter over at Cigar Collective smoked, miserable. Some other people smoked the Attic. They said that it was halfway decent. I smoke a second one like a week later. It's decent. It's decent, So, and good in a lot of ways. And the red is probably it's probably the Attic when they felt as though it was ready to be released. But we'll see. I think I'm scheduled to interview either Sarah or Rick again. So I'm going to try to talk to them and put some stuff up for you guys. Maybe gather their thoughts, tell them kind of what my experience was in smoking through the line and what I thought so far without being too much of a, dick. Yeah, 80s and 90s NBA, man, that was so the best. That's so the best. But, times change. The UFL, hmm, it's hard, man. It's hard to compete with the NFL. It's so hard. So hard. Yeah. The red is definitely better than the white and the black. It's interesting too because when I was smoking the Attic, I was trying to remember what I thought about the black and the white. So I went back to my review on the black and the white. And then, well, my review on I think just the black. So I don't think I reviewed the white. And then I think it was Cigar Hound Dog who reviewed both or one of them. And he spoke about it like it was fantastic, but hasn't reviewed the red yet or something like that. So I don't know. I had a different experience than he did when it came to the original black and white. I thought that they were just like okay. And then one of them that I smoked at a West Tampa event here in town, um, I think I smoked the black and the white that night because I was helping to pour off some whiskey. We were pouring Wild Turkey and Russell's Reserve at the event to pair with it. And yeah, dude, did not like either of them. Really nice aromatics off of this too. I talk about that in my review that's coming out next week. I have the Placencia Year of the Dragon coming out, thanks to Alex at Under the Canopy. for sending that over this weekend. That was solid, really solid for a Zodiac release, especially coming from Placencia. But the aromatics off that stick, man, just the smell is fantastic. A lot like this one. Larry Legend. Yeah, 3 of the 5. Bottom band takes a chunk out, burns like shit. Just, you know, Camachos. I haven't dove into Camacho enough on the channel. I don't think that I have a single Camacho review. Something that I probably should change this year. Thanks, man. It's a good one. I have to edit it later on tonight. We'll see, depending upon how much time I have to come back out here after dinner and film another review. You didn't say placenta. There you go. I need more placenta. There you go. When Larry met Jordan. Camacho broadleaf. Okay. Okay. I promise. Go get this cat. Be right back. I just like I like how whenever I go to get up to get him, he's like, "Oh no, man! I was right underneath here the whole entire time." Lion cat. Yeah. Like, here's the thing: if I wanted a Drew Estate blackened, I would just smoke a Drew Estate blackened. And I kind of feel like if I smoke a triple Maduro, I might be in for something a la what the M81 ended up being. Now we have the shade of black, or the shade 2 black, or whatever the hell that is coming out. I like the fact that they got Willie Herrera to make a Connecticut shade, because I like Willie's style and I like him blending cigars. I think that he does a great job of finding the Cuban-esque profile very well. So having something a little bit lighter in a Connecticut shade, but with his traditional Cuban-esque style blending, I think is going to translate so much better than telling him to make it a quad Maduro. You know, like that's I honestly I'm very hopeful for the shade to black, because I think that Willie doing it is going to do it right. That's just me though. But as much as we rag on the M81, I think the shade of black is going to be solid. Hopefully, they'll have them ready to go at PCA this weekend or next weekend. Man, the ash just falls right off of this thing. CT broadleaf from Brazilian Maduro. Brazilian Maduro sounds good. It's been a while. I got to go grab the smokes that Fred gave me. All right, so we are basically through the first third, starting up on the second third. We're getting nutty creaminess, breadiness, a little bit of grass here and there, but honestly, if it wasn't for the green in the Candela, you wouldn't think that it's a Candela cigar. It smokes very unlike most of the Candelas that I've ever tried. I did just take a sip of green tea, but yeah, man, it's got enough to it. You know, this is what I imagine Willie Herrera blending a Connecticut shade is like too, where there's still enough of what's on the inside, not on the wrapper, to you get full flavor without it being full bodied, right? And that's what this is. It's not Candela flavor. It's not so mild that you don't even want to smoke it. it's got enough body, enough strength, enough flavor, enough length to the finish to where it's really nice. I actually so full disclosure, that Stars and Stripes review that I did of the LFD Gourmet and the Stars and Stripes for that I was going to do for 4th of July. That first one that I smoked kind of sucked. It was super tight. It was the RH might have been high. I don't know. I might have just been excited to smoke it as soon as I got it in from Jack Schwartz. But that cigar kind of sucked. I have one more that's been hanging out in the Humi for the last 2.5, 3 years. But this thing, with 3 years of age on it, 4 years of age almost, this thing is money. Oh man. Yeah, that Regis, man. That Regis is money. That's Cuban-esque, big time. And those were a special, those little fat perfectos. I don't think that that's a regular release by them. But yeah, no. You know who turned me on to those? So Regis got I was informed about Regis from Cigar Hound Dog. And lo and behold, my local store that I like to go to had a different size Vitola of the Regis line. But they had that Selection or Chant, and I'll tell you what, man, those things, they're better than some of the Cubans out there. I have not tried the Solus yet. I have not. The Solis. I think that I grabbed one a year and a half ago, shortly after it came out, because they're like 2 years old now. So yeah, I need to get around to it. I I had so many LFDs to get to, and to be honest, I kind of liked. I really one of the things that I'm the most proud of about the channel is that the LFD DL 600 660s, whatever it was that I smoked, both the Maduro and the Habano did well as far as views. Like people were interested in that cigar because like that's an under $10 smoke that is an absolute just banger for the last like 20 plus years. And it's like the core of the LFD line. So the La Volcano, the moon, the sun, and the earth and all that other fun stuff, like those are cool and all. It's fun that they've been able to stay creative, the airbenders, so on and so forth. But like the double Lajero LFD Dominicanas, those are like, that's the essence of it. So I'm happy that those got really good reviews because those cigars have been out for forever, or really good views. Those have been out for forever, and people need to try those. Like it's so easy to get caught up in all the new stuff that gets released every year that sometimes we forget to go back and remind ourselves what got the blend here 25, 30 years down the road. Like the Tatuaje, Havana, Miami series, like that, the brown labels, those are ones that need more reviews. That's where we should be, I feel like, as cigar media, kind of pointing people in the direction of, because it's so easy. Tatuaje has so many brands now under their belt. They're such a big cigar brand. My father, has so many too. It used to just be Don Pepin Garcia and then Jaime Garcia. And now, like, it's it's important, I feel like, to always go back and tell the history of the brand. And that's what that was. That's why I was happy about those reviews. But I'm glad that you enjoyed the Regis, Fred. The Zeal stuff coming tomorrow. Knob Creek. Mm-hmm. Cabinet 5 and 6. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, as we get to the halfway point, I'm finally going to bring this cat inside, and I'm going to grab those cigars that you gifted me, Fred, so I could show the audience. Yeah. All right. So this was This was courtesy of Fred on his recent visit out here. He's got some really nice looking ones. This is the Guardian of the Farm. I believe that he was talking about the Apollo, yeah? 6x44. That's pretty dope. Number 8 Cigar Aficionado top 25, but with some age on it. Pete, you gotta pull the trigger on the Regis, bro. Don't let it slip. The Nica Libre by Aganorsa. I did not know of this cigar's existence until Fred told me about it. The Aganorsa Rare Leaf Reserve. A Hemingway Classic. So good. Always like this stick. This is like the perfect between the untold story and like the work of art / short story. It's like the one that you can sit down and just enjoy on a regular smoking session. Some CAO Mortal Coils. I believe that this version 1 Mortal Coil is different than the one that I reviewed. But I'm a huge fan of like a lot of the CAO stuff. And speaking of which, these little Cameroon Perfectos. This is like the short story for CAO. Love it. Never had an opportunity to try it. And this is a perfect St. Patrick's Day band right here. So super dope. Thanks, Fred. Really appreciate you stopping out or coming out and stopping by and hanging out and all that fun stuff. Cigar Show Tim, he handed me a couple of fun ones too. When I get around to reviewing these, can't wait. Yes, sir. It's a really dope little bag too. I like how it's like unbranded and still has the little top, but you can get to it without having to rip open. Like that's cool. Yeah, for sure. All right. Sorry, just letting the wife know that I got about another 30, 40 minutes. Welcome back, TT. Welcome back. We are at the very tip end of our 4-leaf clover. Just burning this on down. It is noticeably a little bit more grassy now. Noticeably more grassy, especially off the retrohale. It's got less of the bready notes, a little bit more like oak spice, pepper spice. We're now at like that 7-8, kind of at that point where things are going to start to ramp up. Oh, Pete, what do you think about the Papa Saka, bro? And have you had an original Saka Con? I would imagine that you have, but yeah. That's like, that's a thing, man. When you smoke the black Micaritas, whether it's a Papa Saka or a Saka Con, dude, like they are some full flavored smokes. The Don Dorma too is like that. So I think I kind of mentioned this, Sal, in one of the live streams when we were kind of going over the cigars that got us into smoking. I started off with the Fuente Hemingway short story. That was like my OG got you into the journey of cigars 20 plus years ago. Obviously, being exposed to that line, I was very interested in the work of art, especially because it came in a Maduro. Because eventually, as I grew out of the natural Cameroon and into the darker, more heavily fermented Maduro cigars, I liked the work of art as my palate kind of took me that direction. And then the barber pole thing was not really as significant at the time that I started smoking, like 2003, 2004, right? But there were still brands that were doing it, and the people were like all about the between the lines. And it was the first time that I could recall that and like the Anejos, especially the Anejo Shark, where it was like the cigars only came out twice a year, they were heavily allocated, blah, 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 blah. And at the time, I was just starting in the hospitality industry. I was leaving corporate finance and going into the hospitality industry. So I did not understand fully that the cigars mirrored the liquor in that respect, where you had to buy so many of a brand in order to get their exclusive stuff and yada, yada, yada. So I didn't understand. It just seemed as though that, like, oh, the limited edition stuff is better. So I need to wait for them to get their allocation and then keep on pestering them so that they'll sell them to me. And that wasn't really what it was about. To going back to the question, my thoughts on it are that it's tasty. It's been probably about 5 to 7 years since I've had one. So I have two in the humidor, one that I think is about 10 years old that I'd like to review on the channel. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, you're good, Mike. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. We're a little over halfway through. Got this cat that's pissed off that I brought him inside. Let me let him back outside. He's like, why you keeping me locked up inside? Just I'm out here as pigeon patrol. But yeah, hope that you I hope that that answers the question as far as to how I feel about it. I think that it's a good cigar, but it's been a while, so I'm looking forward to when I get around to revisiting it and challenging what I remember it being. Oh, I just saw Izzy over on Rumble. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Asylum 13 or Ogre. Nice. Or Ogre. Let's see. Let's see. Clouds. Clouds and sun trying to poke its head out. Yeah, I'm really interested. Like, as we finish up with this little clover right here, if we just go straight Candela, how it's going to be. I feel as though we're not really going to change much, I think. And I mean, I don't mean to gross anybody out, but try to clean up the tip a little bit. You guys can kind of see here, like there's a hefty amount in the binder of filler of what looks to be Habano. So I don't think that we're really going to change too much. I think that this is just going to end up being a really perfect blend from LFD. Now I got to smoke the stars and the stripes again. Carefully take off this band here. Oop, got a little bit of wrapper. It caught like the very smallest amount. But yeah, you could even see under this wrapper, man, it's still pretty Habano-esque brown in there. Actually looks a little bit darker than even the four-leaf clover. So that's kind of dope. But yeah, we'll smoke this down for another 15, 20, see where we end up. I got to take the wife over to Star Nursery. We need to do something with this backyard. Like, I know that I got the screen up, but yeah, we need some serious plants back here. Start off the new year right. Mike, what are you smoking today? What you got going on? I know that you posted that you went out for what was it, hot pot? Fly in the way. Yeah, I think that like this midway point, this would be the perfect time for a pairing. I should have grabbed a bottle of something while, or I should have grabbed a beer while I was in there. Uh, Currently folding clothes. Okay. Ferriotego that you haven't tried yet? Nice. Nice, nice. I got a lot of clothes to fold tonight. That's gonna suck. I think that that should be the next invention. There has to be like an automated clothing folder. There has to be. There has to be like a little machine that we just keep tucked into our laundry room somewhere that we just toss all the clothes in and it folds them, spits them right back out. That's what we need. I was looking at Kirby Allison's walk-in humidor that he had made, that custom one. Oh, that thing is nice. Oh, to be the fortunate. That thing is super dope. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but yeah, as nice as that walk-in humidor is, I would just take for 1% of that cost, I would just take something that automatically folds the clothes for me. And I'll keep my stuff in my igloo coolers and my newers, my winodors. Well, that's not good. So we took off the band, and yeah, we started the fire here. I don't know, very thin candela wrapper, but yeah, hopefully it should be okay. Yeah, yeah, he does have a robust Patreon following. What? How many followers does he have on Patreon? Let's take a look. Kirby Allison. I know that like he talks about all the time. You know, follow the page or follow the Patreon to kind of help fund his filming and stuff like that. Which all good. I kind of feel as though that he also came from some financial means before he even started his channel. 91 members, 91 members, and it's anywhere from 5 to or well, no, he's got higher than 25. Oh wow. Yeah, he has like memberships all the way up to $1,000 a month. And that gives you an executive producer credit on his videos. Okay. Okay. So what we want to do now, because I'm like this, I mean, 735,000. He's probably doing well just off of ad revenue alone. Even if some of his stuff gets, even if some of his stuff gets like demonetized for cigar related content, still probably doing okay. Oh, thanks, Pete. It's so when the weather permits and the schedule permits, it's something that I like doing on Sundays. Yes, because originally Cigar Hound Dog and I were trying to do it during football season because we both like different teams. He's a Chiefs fan. I'm a Giants fan. Uh, and like we did one, and then it was no more because the weather just kind of turned really fast, and then I got busy, he got busy. So whenever schedule permits, if you go back, I only have like three or four that I reviewed live. Both of them, or all three or four, are like about an hour or so long, an hour and 15, hour and 20, whatever it takes me to get through the stick. Yeah, that's a good question, dude. I would imagine that it's probably at the end of his video where he credits his, or the beginning. I don't know when he credits his executive producers. But, you know, we'll see. I would imagine that he probably does with 91 Patreons, anywhere from $5 to 1,000. We'll just take an aggregate, right? Like, what is, we'll just do 1,000 divided by 5 is about 200. Take 91 multiplied by 200. 91 multiplied by 200. That's 18,000. So you figure if he's anywhere in that ballpark between 10 and 15K a month off of Patreon, you know, that's steady income right there. Plus YouTube, with as many views and subscribers as he has, he probably does at least a few thousand a month from YouTube, even though some of his stuff gets demonetized for tobacco. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing about his store. His store, outside of like the hangers, most of the items probably have a decent cost on them. There's obviously tremendous markup too, but it's like, I wonder how much he actually sells. Yeah, thanks, Izzy. Sorry about that. I'm trying to like trying to make sure I acknowledge you over there. No worries though. I appreciate you supporting the Rumble too. Thank you. Yeah, no, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. He doesn't have any problem going and seeing the Zarkanians every 6 months in London. He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. He has a cigar shop? Really? In Texas? I gotta send DJ. Could you imagine sending DJ to Kirby Allison's cigar shop? Sending DJ from Big Jimmy Cigar Reviews to Kirby Allison's cigar shop. That should be a video. We need to tell him. We need to tell him as soon as we wrap up here. We need to comment on DJ's latest video that he needs to go visit Kirby Allison's store in Dallas. That would be incredible. Right? 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 Isn't that the content that we want? Like, just sick the bulldog in there just to do a store review, maybe talk to the shop manager. Oh man, I'd pay. I'd pay an early access fee for that. Yeah. Mm, that's even better. It's even better if it's a suit store. It's even better if it's a haberdashery, so to speak. Send DJ to a haberdashery. Oh God, I would love it. Where's this cat? Hold on. Yeah, that, I swear that would be such a vibe. DJ's just out here looking at suit patterns, different fabric patterns and panels, and he's sitting there and he's like, "Yeah, so I mean, how much is this one? That's 750 a jacket, 900 for your trousers. Why is the jacket more? Why is the jacket less than the trousers to match? Doesn't make any sense. Can you give me both for the same price? Like, it just, why is that pattern more than that? What are we doing here? That would be amazing. Can I light a cigar here in the store while I look at these patterns? Like, I thought this is Kirby Allison's store. What are we doing? Oh, I see the potential. I see the potential. I'll tell you what, I still really like the flavor on this. And the retro hail, like, kind of tamed back down. And it was stinging the nostrils for a minute, but it sat right back down and said, nope, we're good. I like it. 6, 7 spice, little oak spice, not too much, bready, and a little grassy. No complaints. I would smoke this like as a regular, just everyday kind of compliment to a Habano cigar. It's more Habano than it is Candela. It really is. The Candela is there for the looks, but to be honest, this is way more of a Habano style cigar. ST DuPont from Kirby and saved about 500. That's cool. That's cool. And he probably does pretty well on the DuPonts. What? Let's go to his store. See what he's charging for a DuPont right now. Let's see what the DuPonts are going for. Hangers. Got to get the right hanger for your luxury garment. Damn, those are nice hangers though. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's, ooh, I like that. I like the cedar tie organizer. That's a dope concept too. Accessories, fountain pens, DuPont lighters. Like these are, this is in collaboration with DuPont. So being that he's authorized by them to sell them, like if they're on sale, because most of them seem like kind of the regular retail prices that at most stores. But if he runs a dope sale and you snag one at $500 off, like that's great value. Figure a $1,200 lighter you get for $700. It's not bad. Not bad. Now, spending $700 on a lighter, that's obviously up to those people that want to do it, but that's dope. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. I look at them. I honestly look at DuPonts the same way that I look at watches. You know, I yes, am I going to be able to tell the time with the phone or any watch? Yes, I can light a cigar with any lighter, right? Same comparison. The vintage stuff is really cool with a lot of the brands. Like Sanji even posted Patek Philippe that he got. That thing looks awesome in his Instagram post from today. I don't know how much a vintage one goes for. I know how much some of the regular ones go for, so that's pretty wild. But you know, just like ST DuPont lighters, you invest in them, you have them for forever. They are great, like talking pieces and conversation pieces and stuff. Are they going to light cigars any differently? Really, not really. I do like how the Lean Two or the Line Two has the dual soft and jet. I think that that's dope. But yeah, and the Ping sounds better than this little cheap Zippo. But the Zippos kind of sounds cool too. And you get it with the butane insert in the soft flame. These are cool too. They're also a lot thinner. Hmm. A lot of people have been talking up the patinos. I have a couple in the Humi, man. I went to a patina event. Same store. Same store that I was pouring the wild turkey and the Russell's Reserve for the West Tampa event that I was talking about earlier today. Same store. And I did not even smoke. I don't even remember what patina I smoked, but I grabbed a fiver to review on the channel. Just haven't done it yet. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you have the financial means to do it, you know, if you have the financial means to do it, I had to, spend a I had to spend almost like $700 on a camera to get this channel going. So I omitted the lighter. I look at it like that. It's like, do I need something? Do I need something for the set? Do I need something for the house? This, that, or the other thing. All right, the lighter can wait. I've had a couple of people offer me some lighters. Like I even had somebody offer me an old ST DuPont for 300-400 bucks. It had the ping, had the soft flame. It didn't have the jet, obviously, but 300-400 bucks legit, had the papers and stuff. Somebody that I know that's a trusted friend. I just didn't like the style of it. So I was like, no, I'll just wait, man. Yeah, it seems like the Oro, the Sumatra, I hear those get called out. I never hear the shade really in the patina line get called out. And I think that that might have been the one that I smoked at the event, which is probably why it wasn't memorable. It wasn't a lighter, it was a watch. It was a Patek Philippe watch. And I would imagine that it probably cost more than what a lighter from them would cost. It's got a little bit more moving parts than a lighter, I think. But if he has one from the brand that is a lighter, who knows? I don't know. But yeah, those old like Davidoff, Dunhill, the vintage lighters from back in the day, those things can get pricey too, but they're just cool. Oh, you're good, Sal. You're all good. Mhm. The Slim Sevens? I don't know. Have I seen the Slim Sevens? Where I'm still on Kirby's site. Let's get off this now. I already jacked up my algorithm for the whole entire week. Getting nothing but oh yeah, yeah, yeah. These are nice. I saw these Zodiac ones for TPE and the koi fish. Koi fish one looked dope in person. I'm not even that big of a fan of koi fish, but that design on the ST DuPont Slim 7, whew, that was gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's like a credit card. Yo, PDP, what's up, dude? We're just finishing up our LFD. As a matter of fact, we should probably show the video, right? So everybody who is joining at the end here, the Maceta de Oro, or the pot of gold, as it's been described to me. This is an Ecuadorian candela wrapper with Habano accents, Dominican fillers, and a Dominican binder. In my sultry DJ voice. But yeah, very fun. Smokes a lot more like a Habano than a Candela, which for those of you that are not Candela fans, this is a good entry point into that world. But to be honest, I would say that if you really want to experience Candela, you should probably go with an Illusione. I think that Illusione makes some of the best Candelas on the market. I have the Aladino Candela that I'm going to smoke this week, as well, that they sent me in the Unicorn Hunters pack, as well as I have the Apostate one that I want to smoke because I haven't reviewed that on camera yet. The Feathered Serpent. How are you gonna have the Hooligan tonight? Nice. You got the koi fish? Nice. It's a beautiful lighter. When I saw it in person at TPE last month at the trade show, I was like, oh, I'm not even a fan of koi fish, but that's dope. Mike said sorry that you're smoking the filthy hooligan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here in about the next 5-10 minutes so that I can take the wife for plant purchase for Star Nursery. Get some plants. They close at 5. Cat is currently mesmerized by all of the little birds in the tree. Yeah, whoops. Looks like we're not going to really overcome this crack in the wrapper from taking off the band, unfortunately. It's weird too because it happened on the exact opposite side where the band took the wrapper with us, but just blew up. It really hasn't affected the flavor though. I do like it. Like I said, if you're looking for a Candela smoke though, stick with an Illusione or something that is more traditional, like Candela flavors. This is much more about the Habano that's mixed into it. Albert, what's up, bro? Just hanging out, man. Hanging out. Wanted to come on and say hi to everybody. It's been a while since I did a Sunday live. whether by myself or with anybody. I know that we did, the live stream last week, and these are a little bit shorter, but we can do a little live review, smoke a St. Patrick's Day themed stick, and just say what's up to everybody. I think that Cigar Hound Dog might come on later on tonight. I'm not sure. Not on my channel, but on his. If I can double back after dinner, we'll see. I got a brisket cooking right now, and got potato salad. We got some cabbage and some sauerkraut, just because we make sauerkraut. So, yeah, man, it's the best candela in the game, man. Illusione Candela. But I'm gonna put it to the test, though. I'm gonna smoke the Apostate, which I smoked one at the trade show last year, and I never reviewed it on the channel. I feel so bad. Need to do that this week. And then the Aladino that got sent to me. What's up, Javi? The LFD is going good. We ran into a little bit of a wrapper kind of blow up on the side here after I took off the band, but up until that point, it was burning so beautifully and tasting wonderful too. It's much more of a natural, just Habano flavor from La Flor Dominicana than it is Candela. Has little notes, little sprinkles of grassy hay, Candela kind of flavor here and there, but it's much more on the Habano side of the spectrum, on the natural kind of side. Later, Pete. Am I ready? Am I ready for PCA? I think. I think. I think so. We were kind of talking about some of the stuff that recently got like revealed, and hopefully I told everybody I'm kind of looking forward to the Shade to Black by Drew Estate. I hope that it's there. I hope that it's available for me to try, because they went back to Willie Herrera and they said, hey, we want to do it in a Connecticut shade. And Willie's style, that Cuban-esque style, I feel like can translate so much better into a Connecticut shade with Cuban-esque notes than trying to take somebody that blends a Cuban-esque style and telling them to go all Maduro to the core, right? Like, I feel like the Connecticut shade side of things is a little bit closer to the style that's in Willie's wheelhouse. So I'm actually looking forward to the Shade to Black, so much more so than the M81. And yeah, I want to try that. I have some meetings. Whoops. Did I knock out my camera? Nope. Hold on a sec. I don't think it overheated. Let's see here. Where is my settings? Nope. Hold on a sec. The sun wasn't hitting the camera. Oh, I know what happened. Sorry, guys, I'm dumb. Forgot to put in the dummy battery. That's why. Well, one sec. Nope. We almost made it. We almost made it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Are we good? There we go. All right. And we're back. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. Yes, indeed. Forgot to put in my dummy battery. Yeah. Definitely a bolder shade than most. Yeah, and I think that, like, oh, you haven't tried your Freestyle Live pack. Yeah. So I think that that's going to be a little bit more in Willie's wheelhouse. I have interviews set up with Mike from Paustani or Paustane, or however that brand is pronounced. He obviously sent us out his new stick that's coming out. So I'm going to try to get that review up sometime before PCA or just like right after, because I'm obviously going to talk to him about it. So I was going to smoke that today, but being that we're here in St. Patrick's Day, I might smoke it later on tonight so that I can cut and edit the review for later on this week. it always seems like whenever PCA comes around, I have like one review that I want to get up before PCA that I don't. And then it ends up like I get all of these smokes to try during PCA and ends up getting kicked to the back of the burner. But yeah, so I want to get Mike's new stick up because he already sent them in advance. We're gonna interview him. We're gonna interview Rick or Sarah from West Tampa. I'll probably stop by Rabbit Air just to say what's up to everybody because they're always big supporters. Had the H99 earlier, but I can't say that I'm impressed. What size did you have your H99 in? Just curious, Albert. Freestyle Alive Pack, one of the cigars tasted flavor. The packs that Drew Estate handed out to everybody at TP were all flavored sticks. Not the Freestyle Live stuff, but the ones at the trade show last month. They were all flavored. It was an acid, a tobacco, and acid, tobacco, and something else. I forget what. Yeah, Pete. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it down there to New Orleans. It's been 9 years. I went 5 years in a row for Tales of the Cocktail, which is the big bartending and spirits convention down there every year in the muggy season of July in New Orleans in the South. And yeah, I vowed to never return until it's another time of year after 5 straight years of July. And it sucked too because it would always fall on my birthday. So I'd be down in New Orleans either like I'd have to have my birthday in Vegas, leave the next day, or I'd be coming back and my birthday had already passed, and then I'd have to like make it up in Vegas. You had it in the Toro, Albert? What did I review? Did I do the Toro H99? Because I remember liking the Robusto. So I did the Papas Fritas, which was okay. I did the Robusto and I did the Super Ancho. So and the Phineas Gage. So I did not smoke the Toro. I enjoyed the Robusto. Today I smoked delicious Tatuaje Face Redux. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I love that review. I really do. Because I had the OG and then I had the new one, and it was like shout outs to EKB in that one by putting in the movie scenes from Leatherface. Like that was a fun review. That's it's probably my favorite review that I've like created just because I got to be a little bit more creative in it. You know, like that's something that I enjoy. I wish that I had enough free time to really dive into it and make more of the review videos more engaging like that one. You know, can't make every single one as engaging because like sometimes the stick itself doesn't have enough of like a marketing story behind it, but that one was super fun. uh well, here's the thing. So I think that the booze trade shows are way more grandiose. Like the events, the engagement, the things going on, because there's just more money to spend. There's more money to spend renting places out. There's more money to spend, uh, to build out crazy projects. I feel like cigars are very much straightforward. Everybody's very traditional. They do let loose at the end of the night a little bit at the places that they want to support the most by like going crazy and buying bottles and stuff like that. Sure. But I mean, the amount spent is so much different, like throughout the day, throughout the week. I mean, Tales of the Cocktail would go 7 days from like the start of it, people getting there and setting up to the finish. Whereas PCA is really like 3. They were trying to stretch it to 4. Now they canceled that half day, so it's just a straight 3 in and out. To maybe some of the people will come in a day earlier and party a little bit. We saw a lot of people with a Vegas hangover last year, the first day of the trade show, because it was slow. And then day 2 and day 3, everything picked up and it got busy. But Now, I would say that booze is overall way more engaging and more money spent on it for sure. It's been 9 years since I've been to Tails, though, so I don't know anymore. Yeah, fighting crime. Yeah, you deserve it, my friend. You deserve all the cigars today. The budgets, yeah, they are. They just are. You know, there's still people that are taking handwritten order scripts in the cigar world. Like it's just it's a different ball game. It's like comparing the NFL to probably not MLS because there's a decent amount of money in MLS. They pay those guys well. Um, it'd be like comparing the NFL to AAA baseball. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad. But yeah, that's another thing. Booze is just, party. And the people that are in cigars go out and get the booze at night. So it's like you have to it's not inherent. And some of them keep them at the booths and stuff like that, but I mean it's not inherently like there all day long. NFL to WNBA. I didn't really want to say it like that. Didn't want to say it like that. That sounded bad too. So I chose AAA baseball, but that made AAA baseball sound really bad. Why don't they open it to the end user? Well, here's the thing. So PCA is all about bringing people in from around the country to meet up with all the brands so that they can get their deals done. All of the brands have the new stuff that's going to be pushed out for the rest of the year, and they're taking pre-orders and orders, and they're trying to give people the best deals in one shot, everybody at once. So the idea is that it's kind of a closed registration so that it's only involving the distributors and the suppliers, right? Or the retailers, the distributors, and the suppliers. That's the idea behind it. You know, the end user would make sense. It would make sense. But yeah, the idea is to give everybody their deals basically for the year and get a nice steady flow of cash, which makes sense when you think about it. Like harvest in September, fermentation, aging. The following year, you go to PCA, you've already put out the money to secure your cigars from last year. Now you get the money up front so that you can deliver everything. That's kind of why they always kind of work it that way. But yeah, it is 4:03. I am down to the nub here, or almost a nub. And yeah, it's got a little bit of like an acrid, slightly astringent taste in the finish. And definitely an increase in the pepper spice, but once again, we're burning really, really close to the face. Like there's going to be that little bit of a step back with almost all. I think overall it smokes way more like a Habano than it does a Candela. And that's just my honest interpretation. Do I think that it's a single, a 5-pack, or a box worthy smoke? I think that it's a single worthy. I think that it's cool for people that want to smoke a Candela but are worried that like it's the flavors of the Candela are going to be a little bit too green for them. I think this is a safe way to smoke a Candela if you really want to. But if you want a truer expression of a Candela, the Aladinos, the Apostates, and for sure the Illusiones that are out there are probably a little bit better of an expression of a true Candela because they don't have as much tobacco to kind of overwhelm the blend and the wrapper of the Candela. So that's just my fair kind of opinion. It's a good cigar. Tastes good. It's got solid flavors. I would smoke it on a regular, off Sunday like this. Outside of the fact that it ties into St. Patrick's Day, but I think that it's a good just overall cigar. Definitely single worthy. Don't think that you need to go out and splurge on a 5-pack if it's available to you. And I don't even know if they sell boxes of these, but yeah, everybody does let the inventory kind of die down because they're going to pick up their deals, for PCA. Buy 10 boxes of this, get a box of that. Buy 20, get 5, whatever it is. Be a good way to introduce end users to different brands. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, what cigar aficionados should do is they should try their hand at bringing in all of the esoteric brands for PCA to Big Smoke. That would be cool. Instead of having the same ones. Yeah, man. 100%. Always appreciated, Hobby. Thanks for reaching out. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, like, people coming out for Big Smoke or people that live here attending Big Smoke. What cigar aficionados should do is they should offer it up. I know that Sanj was there last year, and that's cool because he wasn't at PCA. But that's dope that they offered it to Sanj to go down there and hang out at Big Smoke, and expose all the people that are at Big Smoke to a brand like that. Yep. Yeah, 100%. That's why they do. And Big Smoke doesn't allow media. Big Smoke doesn't allow media. Like last year, I was working for Sereno Cigars. I was there on behest of Sereno Cigars, who's another brand that I have not put a review out on the channel yet. But I was fortunate enough to get a ticket through them. Not even Sanj. I didn't know that Sanj was even going to be there until like the week of, and Sereno had already asked if I would be able to help them kind of talk up their brand a little bit. So, you know, little things. As far as pairings go, being that it's a Habano smoke, I think that you can go with the full arrangement of stuff, everything from the port sherry cask Madeiras, your whiskeys of the world, all that fun stuff. In the beginning, where it's a little bit lighter than when we hit that second, third, before everything started to kind of unravel in that little crack. I mean, it came back to form rather nice, but I would say up into the second, third, like save your whiskeys for that. If you are pairing some whiskeys with this, save your bolder stuff for when you get into the second, third finally, and everything kind of picks up. You get the full body expression or the medium plus. That's about it for this LFD pot of gold. Thank you guys all for hanging out. We'll have the infamous smoke show with, I believe, Sanj. I believe Sanj is the secret guest for next weekend on Saturday. Not sure if Cigar Hound Dog will be live later. He's got all of his merch and stuff up in his store. So, infamous smoke show for the live stream next Saturday with possibly Sanj. And looking forward to that one for sure. I will catch all of you throughout the week. Should have some fun reviews lined up right before PCA. And then I'll be at the show to try to at least allow you guys to have the experience that you were there in some way, shape, or form. So later, Pete. Later, everybody. Really appreciate you all hanging on, spending some of your St. Patty's Day with me. Eat something good. Have some cabbage, some red potatoes, some brisket. Enjoy some Irish whiskey and some stouts. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.